This is a very secret society in which I am a member of. I got my name about 18 or 20 years ago. On the low end, actually, you know, before I really got my feet wet in the game, right? Some brothers just started calling me white folks, and ever since then, it just stuck. I was about 20 when I really started getting my feet wet. And really, you know, getting this ism under my belt as far as how to communicate, you know, how to dress, how to finesse. But you know, I got educated in the hood. I feel like that was a blessing for me, being Caucasian, and you know, to be able to come to the other side of the fence, you know, and be accepted, and also be able to do some of the things that some of the great Macs of the past that have done. Also, you know, to be recognized cross country. About the last 10 years, I started having a lot of white girls. One thing about white girls, you know, they get less problems with the police, you know. They don't get that much static. Well, black bitch be wanting to get in the street and act stupid, you know, be wanting to fight with the tricks and fight with the police and talk crazy, and she can't take care of no business like that. I think a lot of white hoes is more marketable. Tricks seem to buy more pussy from a white girl for some reason. I don't think that the females respect the game like they once did, because there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of renegades and outlaws. That's a female that's working and doesn't have a man. I don't think that the females respect the game like they once did, because there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of renegades and outlaws. That's a female that's working and doesn't have a man. A bitch is not supposed to be in a pimp's face unless you choose, first of all. A bitch is not supposed to be looking at a pimp. When a pimp rides by, they're supposed to be looking at the motherfucking curb. And when she look up at a pimp, she can't be broke for reckless eyeballing. When I say reckless eyeballing, that means that she's making eye contact with the pimpin', and she may not even be with that man. You know, that's the reason why I say the game has changed. In the old days, she'd be under pimp arrest. Pimp arrest is when a bitch is placed under arrest for violating rules. Subject to get broke. If she made any money, you understand, if the bitch had any jewelry, anything of value, you know, she had to automatically come up with it, because she was in violation. I know it's motherfuckers that's still pimping like that. There are risks, you know, right along with any job. I mean, it's just like being a policeman or a fireman, or, you know, only difference is you're hated by society. All society hates you. What I think we need to have is a million Mac march on Washington. And let's check, you understand, Bill Clinton and Hillary when they see a million Macs at the gate. And what they gonna do then? Who they gonna call? Ghostbusters?
You see a lot of pimps, you know, wearing long hair. You see them wearing flashy jewelry, because this is what attract the women. You know what I'm saying? And it not only attract his hoe, but it attract square bras too.
here we gonna lay a flow mat, King. So this way we'll go every year so we'll know and they'll know all across the country. In order to judge and compete in this, your jewelry, your clothes, your cars, your women, your bankroll, joint where you live. This is the criteria to make a successful pimp, where we going to #1 now. Right. I mean, real bankroll. I'm talking about traveling the country, flying, appearing at Vegas at Vice, man, going over to Los Angeles for some Grammys, running down to the Apple to get a piece of that. You dig? This is that criteria. We got to build a flow mat so people that say, well, man, I made $2,000 last night, can I be the Mac of the Year? No, it don't happen like that. We going 365 days a year, unless we have some leap year. A lot of guys compromising, man. We ain't doing it, we ain't taking it like that this year. We going real from this ball on. From this ball on, when we crown the Pimp of the Year, we gonna be surely known that he's showing up pimp.
Pimpin' should judge pimpin'. I ain't talking about used to be pimpin', once was pimpin'.
Okay, now you said pimp should judge it. But you know, if all the pimps get together and judge it, each one of them gonna say they #1. Who gonna say they #2 then? If it don't be some kind of surrounding body.
Bottom line, it's all about activity. And I heard you say my man just get out of jail. You know, I just step out the pen myself, man.
Okay.
He's been doing some serious fighting from the penitentiary, got these hoes coming up the park. Man, I'm voting for the best pimp, the best man, the best motherfucking true 100 caliber pimp tonight.
Hey, you hear what he said?
Wherever he is, and that's all about activity with me, man.
Oh, I'm stealing traps, goddamn, every motherfucking day of the motherfucking week. 2 motherfucking thieving ass motherfucking hoes, goddamn it. I ain't went across the country, but goddamn it, them hoes took care of their business right there. Rolex is every motherfucking thing, right?
But the pimp said the pimp can say that. But to take one of them chicks and sit on the corner. But who else that did it like me? 17 hours a day, 50 below zero weather, knee deep of snow, mini skirt with the split in the pantyhose. Y'all don't know about that. That's old school.
Man, I'm voting for the best pimp, the best man, the best motherfucking true 100 caliber pimp tonight.
Hey, you hear what he said?
Wherever he is, and that's all about activity with me, man.
Oh, I'm stealing traps, goddamn, every motherfucking day of the motherfucking week.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was still tracks. I mean, money was going on and everything. And see, what had happened was, when the dope came, the pimps began to have competition, because prior to the major dope gang or the major dope dealers, there was always the pimps that shined. There was always the pimp that held the show. But then when the drug gang came, then what that did was that put pimping in another category. You know what I'm saying? That made the pimps look like they wasn't really doing nothing, because the dope dealers was the ones that was driving the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis and the $100,000 cars and so on and so forth. So what had happened was a lot of pimps began to switch to the dope game. And when they switched to the dope game, what they did was they left a bunch of hoes out there with no guidance. So therefore, if the women began to go out there and they tried to do it themselves, and they found out that, you know, that most of the tricks at that particular time was being plagued by drugs. Most of their aunts and uncles was being plagued by drugs. And so what had happened was you had a bunch of qualified, stoked down, bona fide hoes turn into crackheads.
Being Caucasian in the game, yes, I had a lot of obstacles that I had to overcome. It was very hard for me to get accepted because of what color I was and what I had chose to do. It was a lot harder for me to get accepted and get my props from the real live cross-country match. But eventually, when they saw that I was down for real, they acknowledged me and recognized me. And that's why my name now, today, rings all across country.
Hey, what you say about the trend? Hey, cause my pimpin' is on the loose. And out there, and all the hoe got to do is be the motherfucking caboose, huh? Believe that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I'm always in motion just like the ocean. All the bitch got to do is come on, drink some of my pimp love potion.
The residence of Mr. White Folk, actor, world-renowned connoisseur, international ladies man, and professional gentleman of leisure.
Here I am, been out the gang almost 10 years, man. And I tell these brothers when I be hanging with them in the barber shop, I said, man, I be sharp every day. I said, if the police come in here right now and they said he came in here to arrest a pimp, who you think he gonna take? Me. Cause I'm the sharpest. I got tired of going to the jails, man, and picking up the girls, man. I mean, it's work, man. I remember the police used to pick me up and things, man, and arrest me, and then take my car and drive down the host road and pick up my woman and bust them in my car, man. And then bring them to the police station and show them me, said, look at your man, the monkey in the cage, look at him, he locked up. I mean, and then when I get bonded out, they would put toothpicks in my door lock and everything so I couldn't use my key to get in. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, guy got to be seasoned to be in the game, man.
So what happened last night when you got out the car? Say you get right out my car, go to the next car behind me and hop right in his car, and you know, what happened with that last night?
Well, last night, after you dropped me off, soon as you pulled off, another car pulled up behind you, and he flirted with me and I flirted with him. And I asked him, was it okay for me to get in his car? Because I didn't want the police to see me. So I got in the car, and you kept driving, and we turned off, and we made a left through the alley, and he propositioned me $30 for a blowjob, and I told him that was kind of tight. So we went with the $50, and as we was going through the alley, he told me to look to my right, and I looked to my right, and I told him it wasn't no cars coming. Why don't you just back the car up? And he pulled out his badge and told me I was under arrest.
far as checkups and things like that there, yeah, you got to send her to the doctor and make sure that, man, she ain't sick on you, or, man, you know, you ain't selling a rotten motherfucking product, you know? And, shit, other than that, man, you know, it's just business as usual.
A psychologist. You see what I'm saying? You got to be a manipulator. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a dream seller. You know what I'm saying? You got to take a person, you know what I'm saying, from one extreme to another extreme, making them believe, you know what I'm saying, in you to the point whereas if you tell them that this is going to happen, then this is what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's the level of the game that we in.
Mr. K, you in the house? Hey, what's going on now? Hey, what you trying to do? Win my heart with a fat green and gold gator? If the game don't come back to be the original way that it's supposed to be played, where they can be proud to be pimps, they got to play it the right way. They got to be sharp. They got to have some fly cars. They got to have some cars laid out. Gonna see you at the ball, huh?
Yes, I'm
Yeah. I know you're gonna be down, huh?
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Hey, that's good. I'm looking forward to your sister too now.
Okay, it's your birthday.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that cake together.
Okay.
All right, then. Let me go and get taken care of. And, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Over here, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, have mercy.